Hello everybody. Welcome if you are new and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. I'm really sorry. The heat of 6 o'clock traffic is happening outside of my window, but we just have to roll with the punches. I can't even tell you some of the crazy punches that are being thrown right now. For one, filming this kit has been very delayed, and also, not to freak anybody out, I'm totally fine. I just got in a fight with an Emerald Lagasse very fancy air fryer oven situation over the weekend. I am fine. The oven is fine. Battle wounds. We're just gonna move on. So we're gonna get into this mess of stuff. So this is the kit that I don't even have the sticker taken off. So yeah, I get these at Tuesday morning for like 10 bucks. And usually it's like a 2-pack of them, which is really nice. Anywho, not the point. The point is these are great little storage kits to keep your stuff organized and kind of like prep for events. So this is the kit that I am planning to use for Day in the Life 2022. There are 2 Day in the Lives that are going to happen. This kit is for the March 10th, 2022. So if you're not familiar with that, I'm going to put a ton of links down below. It's going to take me a good hot minute to get through the editing of this one, so just be patient. If you have a question and I haven't put it up yet, let me know. But time is of the essence. Trying to get this guy out is super delayed due to the fantastic fact that I am missing 2 stamp sets that I really wanted to go in the kit. I have torn my apartment apart. I have gone by my office. I have reached out to people I've sent Happy Mail to just on the off chance that I really wasn't paying attention. So long story short, I'm missing 2 stamp sets. It's consuming my life. That's the synopsis of where we're at right now. So we're going to get into this now. The reason the editing is going to take me a while is because I do want to try to call out as many kits as possible that I threw in here, so that if you have them and you maybe haven't thought of them, you can throw them in here. I also have a bunch of printables that are going to be in these boxes and in some Ziploc bags that I've already put them in. So there's a large amount of stuff for give or take 24 hours of scrapbooking. I'm not obviously scrapbooking all 24 hours because I will be sleeping for a portion of that. But yeah, what I plan to use to document that day, and I really just wanted to put as much as I could think of in here. This video and I are fighting already, Jesus. So thank you for your patience. But the plan is that I'm going to show you this kit, and then I am going to film and attach the video of what it's going to look like. So I'm going to do the kit and the setup all in one video. That's my plan. All in one video, and there we'll have it. So then there will be a video of the actual what it turns out to be once I get done with doing that. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of get started, and I'm gonna talk through a little bit of my process, what's in the kit, what I'm planning to do, all that jazz. So there's that. Let's see how we get on. Okay, so let's just tackle the bad, oh God, without having a craft lunch. So I guess the best place to start is the top. Let's go through that. We'll go through like accessory type random things first. So as you can see, this hasn't even been used yet. It is a time stamp from Ali Edwards. I think I got it for like $2 and I was really excited about it when it was on sale. I really like, it has like an AM PM, it has like a little clock arrow, a little geotag, some like checklist style dots, some stars, some hearts, super great. And then obviously like time, and you can do it. What I like about this is I could use it as a date stamp still if I really wanted to. So if I ran out or something like that, but I do intend to just kind of use it as a date or as a timestamp. I do have my Pebbles go-to date stamp. When does this thing run out actually? I've been wondering that recently. 2023. So next year it'll be time to start scouting a new little one. Oh, breaks my heart. I think I have another timestamp somewhere, and I don't know where it is right now. But let's not even get started. Literally, when I tell you guys this is like the most consuming thing in my brain, it's unreal how my lack of attention is 100% dependent on 2 stamp sets from Ali Edwards that I cannot find in my stash that I haven't even had the chance to use. So it is like a crippling anxiety. If you've ever been there, you get it. So we're there. All right. So some fun things. Let me see if I can get all of the accessory bits and bobs and stuff out. Okay, so starting at the bottom, now we're here. These are all cattywampus in here. So this is a sticker sheet that I got on sale at Joann's. It's from Heidi Swap. It's colorful, it's fun. I just liked the little emblems, and I liked a quote to be remembered. This day was. I liked the tag. I liked the this or that. I thought that would be something really fun to do. There's an enjoying thing. I may save and use that for like a currently card. Not enjoying thing, a currently card. Hi, my brain. Again, struggling. But I thought that this might be something cute to keep in the kit and possibly try to get through. I know I was really adamant, maybe isn't the right word. I said that I wasn't planning to do a kit every month. So I did a February kit because I had so much stuff. I do have a lot of like, obviously seasonal based things. This is not a March kit. This is quite literally just for this one day, and I just wanted all of my supplies, or at least a good bulk of my supplies in one place is what this is about. If you do want to buy the Ali Edwards kit, which I am actually doing as well, as if this isn't enough stuff, I am getting that as well. It is just not here yet, so it is not in the box. And I know what's in it, and I know what I'm specifically wanting to use, so I'm not that stressed about it not being in here or being a part of my setup. I did include some 4x6 and 3x4 pocket flip things from Snap. I love those. I have been using them quite a bit recently in my project life. This is a stamp set from Studio Calico that they did with Paislee Press. I love Paislee Press. What I loved is that it had a lot of like fitness type things, and like there was like keep calm, happy heart hydrate, no winter rest, just kind of like a health type of stamp set that I wanted to include. I did also want to include the Breathe stamp set and the Week in the Life stamp set, which are the currently 2 MIA stamp sets, which is heartbreaking because I can't get the Breathe anymore, and unless I want to get it digitally, and then I can't get Week in the Life right now because it's sold out. These are just some puffy hearts that I thought would be a really nice addition because they're kind of neutrally colors. And they were in my stash. Of course, the sticker sheet from the morning's set, they did recently, Ali Edwards recently did a big kind of individual pieces sale. And I picked this up. It's just the sticker sheet that was in the morning's story kit that she did. These are Heidi Swap. These were from the planner, the journal, like traveler notebook planner type thing series that American Crafts put out. This is really neat. It is from Maggie Holmes. It is the day-to-day little sticker sheet. It's got everything from checklist, shopping, remember, chore list, errands, remember, order. There's, let's see, is this even in frame? Okay, perfect. family time, date night, top priority, so worth it. Just like phrase stickers that were a little bit more planner oriented, which I thought would be good. These are so cute. These are the back chat sticker sheets from Dilutions, which is Diane Revley, and they come in black or white with a black font and then like colorful. So I thought this would be really fun to have in there. They had more like daily phrases, which I liked. Drink more wine. Wine is a food group. Can't be bothered. Be brave. Who made me an adult? Didn't sweep at all. Slept late. Control Alt Delete. It's a glorious life. All kinds of fun stuff. So I thought that would be fun. I do also have like the Tim Holtz sticker books like that, but I use those and I may end up throwing those in here. Another thing from that journal series that I have is this sticker book from Crate Paper, and it's still pretty full. So I thought this might be something fun to try to get through because it's part of that planner series. It's got like AM, PM, months, stuff like that. I thought that might be good. This is a 4x6 waterfall. I think, how many of them are, there's a couple in here, I think, maybe. 4x6 waterfall sleeves. I'm trying to see if I can see like a count. I think it's 20 waterfall sleeves. And these are meant to be used with my fuse tool, and then I can like stagger them down and flip them up. So that might be something fun that I can do and just make this page more creative. So that's something that my fuse tool is still pretty new to me. I have a little battle wound right there from me and the little fight I had with it. Clearly me and just hot everything are not having a good time anymore. Haven't even opened these. These are the tech cards from Ali Edwards. So we have scrolling, emailing, binging, watching, typing, listening, editing, calling, uploading, downloading, texting, clicking, and then we're back to scrolling. I actually bought 2 sets of this. I think they were like $1. And I just thought that those might be something I would want to include in the day. So we'll see how that goes. Again, my plan is to show you guys all these goodies, and then I am gonna sit down and I think I'm gonna watch a movie and decompress a little bit. And just kind of do what I do on a normal weeknight, I guess, which is sit down with my photos and all my pretty cards and start setting pages up for good film days. So we have reading together, watching together, listening together, playing together, learning together, working together, dreaming together, eating together, being together, making together. So I thought that these were kind of cute too. Thursdays are kind of a catch-22 day in my life. Now that Jeff has kind of gotten a routine started, it's kind of been easier to navigate a little bit. And then I'm kind of in the crunch time of studying for series, so it's a little chaotic right now. This is the chipboard set that was in the morning story kit. So both of these are from the morning kits if you still have those hanging out in your stash. This is before I started subscribing, but I will show you a little trick. A really big trick actually is what it turned out to be. Of course you can make it smaller, but that's the chipboard set, and obviously since it has to do with mornings, I included that. These are some corkboard pieces that I got. You're the best, keep going, this matters, just start, just try. So I think that does it for the actual random bits. So now I'm going to go through kits, and then I want to talk about the boxes of printables. Okay. So I'm debacling because if I open all these, then I'm going to gush and it's just going to be a thing because some of them I haven't opened. I am going to list all the kits that are digital, physical, everything like that down in the description below. I went through that pretty, like all the accessories pretty well. These are gonna all be from Ali Edwards except for this one. Everything else is from Ali Edwards. This is from Citrus Twist. Okay, so this is the Week in the Life Pink Paislee. I think it's 2021. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link to, not the video maybe, I'll see. Again, this might be like a very long editing process. What I'd like to do is put, if she's already done a video for the kit, then I'll keep it on there, or something similar to that, or I'll at least direct you to where to find some of these, because some of them are available and some are not. But if you still want to check out what the pieces look like, most, if not all of these are available digitally. So I want to say all of them are available digitally. So even if you're not a physical, if you can't get your hands on it physically, you can download it. This isn't a kit, and I already opened this. These are just some sticky notes that I wanted to include. So telling these stories of here and there, and the date. I'm also gonna go get, oh, it was more of an accessory. I'm gonna go get this notepad, or else I'll completely space and forget about it. So I'll set it off to the side because I really want to talk about that, because I think that notepad is going to prove to be really helpful for those of you trying to figure out where to start. I've never done this project before, so this is my first go around too. So just, we're all in it together, I guess. So this is the pieces kit. This is super stinking cute. I just liked a lot of pieces in the pieces kit. I like that I am pieces of all the places I have been and the people I have loved. I just liked a lot of the phrasing, and obviously it's pieces of the day that you're documented, so it seemed pretty appropriate. This is the Kiley in Kentucky kit that was from Week in the Life as well. I included that. And then this is an even older Week in the Life kit. So I did throw all of my Week in the Life kits that I've ordered from Ali Edwards in here, because obviously, even though it's happening on a Thursday, it is a day of the week. So I thought it would be nice to kind of have stuff like the rubber or things like that. I liked the idea of having days of the week on there. So now we're gonna get into these little guys really quickly, and then I'll talk about the last kit that I have stashed under this notepad. We'll talk about the notepad, and then we're gonna get into those printables. So this is almost 2 sets. What I mean by almost is it's almost 2 sets of the evening kit from Ali Edwards done as printables. So I just printed 2 copies of the cards because 1, having a backup isn't a bad thing. 2, I wanted to go ahead and have like AM, PM and those type of cards because a lot of my stories kind of center around those things, obviously. And then this was what I was telling you, my little hack for this. So this is obviously a lot bigger, so it's a big hack, but I printed it at full page. I have mixed feelings about it being this big, but I may go ahead and print a secondary one and try to kind of shrink it down. But I really also kind of like the largeness of it as well. But yeah, it's all the pieces from there. This is just the chipboard sheet, and you can actually print it as a whole, and I just cut all the pieces out. I thought about printing them on sticker paper as well. I do like the flexibility that I have right now to either bump them up or glue them down. So I like that for now. I will definitely be reprinting it though, because I was playing with the pieces on another layout I have, and the colors work really well, and it was a nighttime event, so I'll definitely be utilizing that. I do want to get my hands on the physical. I do want to get my hands on the stamp set really bad. I have the morning stamp set. It is not in this kit because I am now, after losing the other stamp sets, which please send all your crafting vibes towards me, that these find their way back home to me. I'm going to make another pass through my office, and my boyfriend has been super nice enough to tell me he's going to help be my second set of eyes, and we're going to see if we can hunt them down. But I'm doing everything I can to find them. It's like finding a lost dog, apparently. So on to the next thing. This is just the morning kit from Ali Edwards. Same concept as the evening. I just printed everything, cut it out. I did, and even though like I have this, I'm kind of glad I have both now, because I can play with the sizing a little bit more. And obviously the way I printed it, everything came out so much larger. Like, look at that get up and go versus this. So I love having the different sizes. I'm not disappointed with it. I do still want to get my hands on the physical kits really, really bad, and we'll wait very impatiently for that day to come. So we've got that. There's tons of really great goodies in all of these kits, but we would be here for a small eternity if I went through all of that with you. So like I said, I'm just gonna link, I'm gonna tell you everything that's in here down below in the description. Just bear with me as I work to get that uploaded, or get that part uploaded. I just want to make sure that you guys can at least have some good ground info going into this event. Again, it is March the 10th, so it's coming up, obviously. And again, I was trying to film this earlier than now, but we are where we are, and we just have to work with it. So I'm going to move that and then talk about this little kit. And I am going to go ahead and go through this because I feel like the pictures were okay online, and we'll go through those printables as well that are over here, I think. So I did print 2 sets of this as well. So hopefully this isn't super duper redundant. They're just one-sided. These are from Citrus Twist. I believe it's the day and night set. Again, all this is going to be down below, but I'm pretty sure it's day and night. This is the reason that I bought them. I ended up getting 2 sets that were really similar to this. And I had to buy 2 because, why not? But because this set actually had the entire day, and I really wanted that. So we have literally from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. I do typically wake up before 7 a.m. So I might insert a card before that in lieu of that. I should, in theory, be in my apartment, but I will talk about the notepad here in a minute. But I did buy this kit specifically so I could have the hour by hour. Like I said, I did buy 2 different kits that were hours related, and the other one didn't have like this middle time frame, and I really wanted that. I really wanted like a full hour by hour rundown of like the most normal waking hours anyway. So these are all really cute and nice. And they're kind of soft colors from what I can see. Like they're pretty neutral, I'd say, with the color choices. Like I feel like yellow, teal, and gray go with pretty much everything. I printed lots of copies of the hours, just probably more for my own sanity than anything else. Just making sure that, you know, I had them already ready to go should it mess up. Another thing that I am pretty attached to doing that I want to talk about is the fact that so much of this is digital is really going to be super helpful to me. So once I get done physically laying everything out in the book, what I want to do is create it again digitally in my Project Life app, since I have the cards digitally. And what I want to do is be able to document as much as I can digitally, so that when I go back to do it physically, it's much easier. So if I can figure out how to work the other really fancy camera I got, then I may try to show you guys on the app on my phone what I'm talking about, but that's very interdependent of my learning abilities in a very short time frame where I don't exactly have the bandwidth at the moment, or the camera holding availability. So I need to look into some better camera. I don't know what that was. Sorry. Some camera equipment, or camera holding equipment would be the best word. Okay, so I'm going to put this off to the side. We're going to talk about printables, and then we're going to talk about that notepad, because I really, really want to talk about that. Okay, so these boxes are fan-freaking-tastic, also from Allie Edwards. Love them, love them, love them. So you can buy them separately, but I think the kit that they come with is it's like a basics kit. What am I thinking of? What is it called? I cannot recall what the name of it is. But it's supposed to be like your kit for the year. So it has like a card for every week, like a title card. And then it's got like kind of your basic, think like Becky Higgins like kit, but this is just how it's packaged, which is really cool. So you've got a slot for your 3x4 cards and 4x6. And as you can see, my 3x4 cards are overflowing. And I always have far less 4x6 cards, but I'm not here to figure that math out. I'm not going to go through those with a fine-tooth comb. It's just like my normal box set, and I'm going to have to buy more boxes because I've gone like printable bananas this year for whatever reason. This box I am going to go through with you. I think I did print multiple sets. This is thick. As you can clearly tell, there is no physical actual way all this product is going to get used up in this one project. Like I said, this was me collecting all of the items that I knew I wanted to pull from so I could have them all in one place and make my life easier for this project. I will most likely keep the kit somewhat together so that it's ready for Weekend of Life and kind of curate it a little bit more past that point. And that's usually what I do like after a project. So after I'm done doing all of the February documenting, I'm gonna destash it, curate it, figure out what to do. And if I want to move some stuff around, I'm also, okay, sidebar, I'm really, really excited about that. I'm getting an IKEA Calais for my birthday. And I'm over the freaking moon about it. I have dreamed about an IKEA Calais as big as my wall for years, and it's not going to be as big as my wall. It's going to be big enough to hold my TV because I need a new TV stand, but that's a whole separate side story of how that occurred. But long story short, I'm getting a 3x3 Calais, and I'm really, really, really excited about it. And I am pretty optimistic that I'll be able to do like a studio tour or craft space tour this year, now that like that's kind of coming into the mix, and hopefully I'm going to be getting some more free time here soon. Okay, sorry, I just really like, you got to take the small victories as they come, people. Okay, so I'm going to kind of do, I don't know if I want to like, I guess I can. So I'll suck it up for you guys because I love it. I'm going to just go through these cards. This is the Love Your Body set. I don't remember the maker. I think it's Sahlin Studios. They're on LilyPad. Again, I'm going to put all this below, so don't stress about it. But the main reason I wanted it was for this little guy, the steps, the active minutes, whatever that's supposed to be, and I think that's miles. I'll figure it out when I look at my Fitbit again, but I really wanted that. So that was a huge thing. I am planning to, I did like the workout playlist card, because if I do end up running that day, that's going to be crucial. But I am really going to be focused this year about my health goals. And once I am done with, I love how all the cards are like topsy-turvy right now. And if you notice, there's two versions. So there's like the vertical and then there's the horizontal with each kit. Like I didn't have to buy separate kits. It came that way. So that's really convenient too, just in case you're wondering. That was a really nice bonus of some of the kits that I did purchase. But I am planning on focusing on fitness goals later in the year. I'm hoping, I think May is going to be my big haul for it, because the weather is not too awful yet. It's starting, like some days are not so pleasant. I like these track your progress, and I did print extras of that as well to use, that I'll be using probably. I'm going to do the whole fitness thing in May. I think, like I said, if you're a new subscriber, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. But but if you've been around for a while, then you know that I am studying for my series, and that takes up a bunch of time, and I harp about it all the time and too much, and I'm sorry. I thought maybe this would be good, because I don't think I'll be dieting or anything at that time, because this is happening like the day before my mom's birthday too. So I don't know what I'll be doing actually. And I think that's kind of part of the fun. So daily highs and lows, this card was actually a free printable from, is it Paper Studio? I think it's Paper Studio. Not Paper Studio, Paper Person. Sorry. So Paper Person did some free printables, and it was like this card, a Lunar New Year card, one about the Winter Olympics. I'm trying to imagine what the other one is, and I can't. The next set of cards that I am super excited about, I believe, it might be called Chasing the Sun or Chasing the Light. Something similar to that. And it's from Paislee Press. It's going to take me forever to get all these cards organized again. Again, you've got the horizontal and the digital, or the vertical. Wow, I can't talk. This is wild. I'm so sorry, guys. Wow. AM scenes, waking up, getting ready, morning meditation, sleeping in, breakfast, brunch. I thought this would be really cute, like if I get up earlier than estimated or something like that. Coffee. Sunrise. So we'll get to this in a minute, and you guys, the sunset. Wow, that was like the first scribble on the entire paper that I had to do. So this will keep giving me ideas. So I'm going to keep scribbling, and then we'll talk about the pad, because I think you guys already get an idea, but I'm going to go over it anyway. Taking in the view, trust the magic of new beginnings, watching the sunset, forever chasing the sun. Cute little like sunset rise type of thing. This was worth waking up for. Maybe a good coffee photo type thing. This view, this was worth waking up for. This view, the sun again. This is like the vertical version. The next set is called Room to Breathe, I think. I'm struggling. I think it's the Room to Breathe. And again, we'll go through the 4x6 cards too, really quick. Choose happy, happy list, captured. If you're happy and you know it. Always laughing when we're together. I did get some of these because I have some cute pictures with like friends and stuff that I want to use in the February stuff that I'm documenting, so they were applicable to that. Captured, happiness, genuine smiles, candid moment, fun in progress. I could use that card 6 million times over. Happy girls are the prettiest girls by Audrey Hepburn. I really love the quote, but I also have really cool photos with my friend Angie where we had our kind of like Galentine's moment at Pont City Market, and I just wanted to document that, so we'll have that. This is a set, and if you notice like the type, like the milestones, it's very similar to the stamps that I showed you in the kit because it is from Paislee Press. This was centered around working out and running, and I'm recently trying to kind of get back into running. I'm hoping to do a Disney run. So if you're a Disney runner, let me know in the comments below, or if you're interested, maybe we can meet up there one step at a time. That's just good for anything. Know when to rest. Also very similar. I have the stamp for that. Committed to this, eating healthier, drinking more water, daily meditation, working out, taking deep breaths. Also, commitment is my word of the year for one little word. So I thought that would be nice to have and include. Again, I'm gonna sit down with all of these lovely cards. And I did put the second set. Did I unintentionally put like the whole second set in here? Oh, it's just the vertical. I will most likely do all vertical. I hope all of these are showing up on camera pretty good and that I'm not just like flipping them poorly. I don't think that set that I said earlier was the right set. I know I brag all the time about the fact that my brain can like categorize collections really well, but also I printed so many at one time. It's just a magical mystery that I can remember half of anything. This set is the Room to Breathe one. Again, there's horizontal and there's vertical, but we have the in my, and I love that it was kitchen, backyard, porch, patio, studio, dining room, bedroom, garage, and I could like highlight or circle or star or something. I kind of thought that would be really nice. Every inhale. I really hope I find that breathe in the week in the life stamp set. So bad. At home, and I like that. Right now I'm supposed to be in the office. Obviously that can change at any time and place, but by the time I do get home that night, I thought that would be a good one to include. No cases of cabin fever here. I'm full on cabin fever right now. It's not healthy. I need to go somewhere. But I'm such a far off cry from going anywhere right now for so many reasons. Let me tell you, when I can break free, it's going to be magical. Okay, so this is hour by hour or by the hours or something like that, also from Paislee Press. This is the last one in my crazy printable haul. Y'all, I went haul, y'all. Printable haul, y'all. And I did print multiple sets of these as well. So I know I said before that it didn't have the hours, and that I could have very well like made this work, but I didn't. I just didn't. These are all black and white, which is so fantastic. I love that it gives me like flexibility. So I like the minutes card. That might be fun to play with. Obviously we've got morning and evening. There's a lot of those cards, so it's going to be a tough time trying to figure out what I want to use. And I think that's part of the fun for me. Okay, so I have a love-hate with this card. So noon, this is why this one doesn't have like hour by hour blocks, and we'll get to those I think here in a minute. Yeah, there's like I'll explain, but I do really want to put like a noon card in there so bad. This just says morning and really pretty scripty kind of brush letter. Like I just want that to sit there and just be pretty. So bad. So we've got PM and evening schedule with 5 to 11. On a Thursday night, I'm gonna be all kinds of passed out by 11 p.m. So I'm probably gonna be going with the 10 o'clock. So this is 5 to 11. So again, this could be, I do feel like I'm gonna want cohesion across the board, and so I'm probably going to rely on those other hour by hour cards. That's not to say that these can't be used in the future. And let's see if I can, yeah, so it went from 5 a.m. to 11, and it stops, and then it starts over at 5 again, it goes to 11 again, but it's just morning and evening. There's like that huge block in between, and I really did not care for that. I really wanted all of them in there to be recorded as much as possible. I know in the Allie Edwards set, you get like 8 cards, and it's got like an AM, PM, so it's like enough for 8 stories. Seeing as this is my first project with it, I really just kind of wanted to go the whole hog and get it all in. So we'll see how it goes. These are just some extras and some other printables so that track your progress. This is really cute. This is from In a Creative Bubble, I think. And it's got bathroom brands. I thought that would be fun for a card like somewhere in the day, probably in the morning, just to kind of see what my stuff is at the time. The let's make something, so whatever I'm making at the time. A coffee one, obviously. I did lots of extras of these. Again, I do de-stash this kind of stuff into other places constantly, like it's a moving. Right now, anyway, the printable game is like, reorganizing my printables is like a just fun hobby at this point. I printed lots of these right now cards. I believe these are from In a Creative Bubble as well. And I love the... I just love the layout of it. And I thought it would be really nice to maybe, especially if it's a Thursday, so maybe do one for New Bern, just where I'll probably wake up, one for Snellville where I work, and then one for Graceland for home might be an idea if the weather is really turbulent, because it is spring. And there are lots of jokes about Southern Springs. Basically, we can run the whole gambit in a day. Like I think I woke up this morning, I've turned off my air, like my AC and my heat, I've turned it off. And right now it's like, it's 67 in here. When I got up, I think it was like 64 or 5. And it's supposed to be warm tomorrow. So basically, to save me some sanity of playing with it all the time and my energy bill, I am just letting it ride, and I'm hoping to put the plants out tomorrow. Also, if you're a new subscriber, welcome to Tangent Land. This is just where we live. This is what we're here for. This is a big version of the Track Your Progress, which I really like and certainly plan on using. Some of these will also just get destashed and gifted away. I do try to keep a box handy for that. And then whenever it just gets too much, I decide that I'm going to do some Happy Mail, and we just get to knocking that out. I did like the Mind, Body, Soul in the teal. The before and after, obviously going to come in super handy. Will I ever post it? Probably not. I am not a big fan of doing that. The posting the before and the after is just not my thing. Yeah, it's just not my thing. Sorry. These are some big ones that go with that. I think it's Chasing the Light, Watching the Sunrise. Need to do this more often. Good for the soul. I love these like ombre kind of sunrisey cards. Watching the Sunrise, Just Run, Eating Better. So maybe like doing like a small photo for each of the meals, or like if I do like snacks, I don't know, we'll see. Again, I'm going to sit down with all of these lovely cards and we'll see what I crank out. Again, time is of the essence with getting this prepared. making your own sunshine. In the event that all hell breaks loose, I will have the UGG. Can we get a do-over? Card. I'm obviously hoping for a happy day. Happiness lives here. Happiness captured. Throwing cards everywhere. The hours. I really love this card. Oh, here's the daily schedule. Oh, whatever. So the hours, I love that. And then again, I have my feelings because I wouldn't want to put this, and it's so annoying. My OCD and I can't. Now, granted, this is a pretty accurate, like, depiction, and I think if I went and looked, I could do, like, this, and then use, like, the last hourly card. I'm just not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I am gonna probably cut down the hours card that was, that I showed you earlier, that was in the horizontal, or the vertical layout, and cut it down to a 3x4, because I don't know that I'm gonna, like this, I think I'm gonna cut down into a 3x4 so that it fits. I'm not planning on using like massive pockets. I don't know yet how that's gonna look. So I'm gonna clean all this up and put it all back together while I watch my movie. But I do want to talk about this notepad. So I've done a couple notepads like this while driving, which is really unsafe and I don't recommend. But there's a ton of stoplights on my journey. So again, for newbies, current living situation. Okay, I live about 15 minutes from my job, which is fantastic. But my boyfriend sold his house and is living in a family property in New Bern, which is about an hour and change from where I live. And so we try to be a little bit more strategic about our comings and goings. His office is not that far from my apartment, so we try to like make everything work as best we can across the board. So the point of that story is that it's an absolutely beautiful place to wake up. I have lovely sunrise pictures from there in my phone that are just gorgeous. I have lovely sunset pictures. It's just one of my favorite places to be. It's just very far away. Ideally, in a perfect world, I'm hoping to start my day there. Asterisk note, it's more self-serving for the project. So, and I will most likely admit that in the project as well. There's just certain things that I really want to capture that I haven't yet, and I feel like this is a great excuse, and that's the drive from there in the morning to my apartment to feed the cat and then go to work. So Thursdays I am in the office most likely. So I sat down with a note. Actually, I was in the car and started writing it down, but I just sat with my notepad when I got to work the other day, and I just wrote down everything that I could think of from the time I woke up to the time that I got there, and then I just kind of like thought about the rest of my day. So I think what I'm gonna do is just keep editing this list until the day of, and keeping it handy so that I can add things that I do want to make sure I talk about. Obviously, I don't need a card for every single one. That would just be redundant and crazy. But all these little things that happen in a day, or the things that I notice, or the things that I notice that bring me joy, that I really want to document in this season that we're in, because it will not last. And I know that the drive is hard, and I know that the distance is hard. We've had a similar situation where I lived further away, but it was more like I lived 40 minutes away, and that was like in the worst case scenario traffic. So this is the farthest, and it will probably be the farthest that we ever are apart. So I really just wanted to, rather than whinge about it, I really wanted to just capture it. And I know I'm going to be able to do it again in November, but it's going to be through a completely different lens. And there's a lot of farmland in between, like on that drive. So I really would like to be able to document both seasons, this not the same way, but through similar lenses and show what's changed. That's the whole point of this project, I think, is just noticing the little things that are happening in your everyday and having gratitude for them and appreciating them, and that even the mundane things could be just amazing. So maybe as I go through this list, I'll have more, which is crazy to think about. So I put wake up and wear. So obviously if I'm at my apartment, this is going to change drastically and I do need to account for that, but I did try to plan it like I was going to wake up there. So drive home, I did put coffee and sunrise on there because I like to take a picture of like that, our really awkward coffee setup and situation and what my travel mug is for the day and things like that. The drive home and the drive to work and what kind of thing. So the New Bern tracks are something that I have to drive over, and I just noted, like I looked down the tracks for probably the first time the other day and I thought, wow, that would be great to like get a really pretty shot down the tracks. There's this mailbox that is a manatee. It is a manatee holding a mailbox, and the manatee is always dressed up. I'm not even joking. I've seen the manatee dressed up as a ballerina, as Santa, as an elf. I think that's it. But we've only been driving out there for a couple months. So he's still in his elf suit, so we'll see. I have to pass General Mills, like as in the cereal. And it is a very fun experiment every time I drive to see what they're making because you can smell it. So sometimes it's very fruity, like Fruity Pebbles. I don't think that's the right brand, but it is very fruity. Sometimes it's very like honey bunches of oats and smells like honey. Sometimes it just smells like corn cereal, like nothing specific, maybe more like a Cap'n Crunch kind of smell, but maybe not as sweet. That's usually when I'm doing the bulk of my listening, and it's honestly one of the biggest times I'm loving. Like I will love the smell of the General Mills, or I will love the farms that I pass and all the dream homes, so that's on the list. So I'll write farms because it's beautiful open space, and having a beautiful open space is definitely a massive thing on my brain right now and something I'm daydreaming about, and is part of my commitment goals to start preparing for something like that. A space that big and what I want to do with it is just makes me happy. So a lot of my listening happens, like I'm usually listening to my Crafty Ask Me Email podcast, or sometimes I'm just jamming. It just depends. Most of the time it's my podcast. Kitten. So I put her in here because depending on the situation, she is just precious to always take pictures of. So I put her in there, so I make sure to get a kitten picture. Cooler swaps. So normally when I get home, I feed her before I go to work, and I switch my cooler over to have my lunch for the day in it. What am I wearing? I really want to capture that. What's the weather? What's opening the office look like right now? Because a lot of that will even change for me. Like my role with the company is going to keep changing. I don't know that it'll change drastically between now and November, but again, this is a season of life. And it's funny because so many new things are starting, but I can also feel so many things like tying up. So it's a very interesting time in my life as well, and I want to capture that. So plan for the day and my intentions. So I think I really want to capture that like in real time as well. Like kind of what my goals are for the day in the office and what are my priorities. Who's there? So do we have appointments? Is it just me? Is my boss there? Is her husband there? Sometimes the kids are there, which is crazy. Jen's not going to be there. But yeah, that kind of stuff. So breakfast is normally, that's when I finally get breakfast. Again, this list looks this makes my life sound insane, but my life is like this maybe maybe at the most 2 work days out of the week and then 1 weekend day. At most. Like for the most part, it does not look like this. I normally can only hack the schedule 1 day out of the work week. Otherwise, it's a little bit different. My schedule is a little different every day. But I mean, I feel like that's normal. Breakfast, so I finally will eat breakfast once everything's like kicked off and started, so somewhere around like 9:30. Reading, struggling, and working kind of go in that first morning bracket. Lunch, what I've accomplished, driving home, like closing office kind of thing, the sunset, working out, dinner, evening. So evening is where watching is going to happen, making is going to happen. That's kind of where my gratitudes come in to play a little bit more too. Loving and gratitude kind of can alternate a little bit. Watching and making, I went through that. Feeling and enjoying. I just wanted to put them on the list. They really could obviously go anywhere. Recap and plan, hard part, good part. So at the end of the day, at the end of my work day in an office, that especially, if you are already a subscriber, then you've heard me talk about this in my planning videos. So on Thursday, probably the last half hour of the day, I'm making those decisions of, okay, what can really, it starts probably about 3 o'clock, to be honest. About 3 o'clock, I start looking at like my to-dos and say, okay, what can I get done before close of business and what needs to get moved? And that's also usually my last day in the office. So that's when I start deciding what's going to go to next week, what has to get done before I leave the office. And that's just kind of like the wrap up of my in-office time for the week. So there's that as well. And then I just kind of want to have the good part and the hard part flecked in here somewhere. Again, I will probably keep adding to the list. And the whole point is just to be more prepared for the day. That's my goal and what I wish. Now you can just let the day happen to you and see what the project will bring you. And I'm sure there's some folks in here who are veterans and have done this project and do it totally different than me. This is just my first rodeo with it and how I really want to approach it. So this is my vision. This is my plan. I hope that this was helpful. I'm going to round out this video and then take all these lovely products and go sit on the floor and pet the cat. So I'm, she's up on a blanket and living her best diva life. But I'm going to start trying to find a good rhythm for, I just mixed up this card something with ears. And again, be patient with me as I get the editing done. There will probably be multi levels of the editing, if I'm being honest, like the quick list, and then I'll slowly start adding the links in. So if you have any questions, by all means, throw that in there. So I'm gonna pause, stop, whatever we want to call it, this part of the video, and then I will be back at you guys with part 2 of the video, and we'll go from there. Thank you guys so much. See you in a bit. Hello, and we're back. I feel like there should have been like a very nice commercial break or like something inserted in there for your viewing pleasure, but there's not, so we're just gonna keep it rolling. So it is sunshiny and pretty and the next morning now. So this is absurd. This is absolutely freaking absurd. So it is front and back of 3 pocket pages that I have roughly set up. Let me go get my notepad. I'm gonna have to start needing some hold music at the rate I'm going. Just in case I think of something, I can have it relatively close. Oh, there was one that I did think of. Thursday 3, which if you're not familiar with that is part of like Are You Kristen, Awesome Ladies Project, Crafty Ass Female Kristen, Tweedell's little challenge. She does it currently on Mondays, and then she does Thursday 3. She also does daily pages. There's a whole bunch of really cool stuff she does. Not here to talk about that right now. Here to talk about day in the life. Allie Edwards, queen. Okay, so also update, still have not found the stamps. Still slowly losing my sanity, among other things. But I'm going to go through these pocket pages and just how I set everything up to set myself up for success this day. I did talk about this earlier in the video. Now that this is concrete and here, ta-da, my plan now in the most casual sense that I can manage, I am going to create these pages in a digital. I'm waiting for the cat to jump up on the counter. She's like circling the kitchen island, but I don't know what she's planning right now. She wants attention. That's what I do know. So I'm planning to digitally replicate these pages because a lot of these are from digital kit, so it'll be a super easy process, and I'm really jazzed about that because what my plan is to have it all set up digitally, and then as the day progresses I can use the text to fill in stuff to make it a little bit faster if I want. To also have the option to print it in a typed format, to also type on the photos that I'm planning on putting in here. That's something that I really wanted to do this time around because as you can see, there's a lot. There's going to be a lot of journaling. There's a lot of that, but I really didn't want to do the like label structure, if that makes sense. Like I didn't want to do a lot of like photo label, like the embellishments that I want to use I didn't put on here. I'm keeping in the kit that I showed earlier. I'm going to keep them separate until I'm physically documenting it. And there will be a video on that completely separate as well. So this is just kit and prep, just FYI, because the event hasn't happened yet. So let's get into it. I'm going to go one by one as best I can without really causing a massive mess. So I used my favorite. I love these. They're almost like vellum Post-it notes. You can pick them up at a Staples. Super easy. Love them. I love them for everything because one, I can see through to the other side, but they're really, really great for scrapbooking purposes because then you're not distracted by a color if you're trying to like make sure everything flows. So that's a huge favorite. So I do want a title card with what day it's going to be, even though that might show up like several times. Like obviously I'm going to have to date stamp a lot through this, but I do want a title card that just says day in the life, March 10th, 2022, like right there. I picked out this quote card. Another thing I do want to say really fast before I get to you in is these are all Design C page protectors. So they're all three pages that I'm doing are going to be the horizontal layout. And I'm just going to plan to do 3x4 photos throughout, or like put them in the necessary space that they're meant to go in. I do have a fuse tool and will use that where I feel is necessary, just like I do with my normal layouts. I just figured this was the best way to go about it. So that if I wanted to put a 4x6 pocket here, I could, or 4x6 card here, I could. So there's that. So the quote I chose was, "Today is a new day. You can start fresh and wipe the slate clean. Begin again. Today you can embrace kindness, work for the common good, practice compassion, stand up for justice, listen with your whole heart, offer hope, love well, go for it, aspire for more, make a difference, be the change you wish to see in the world." By Jen Lemon. I love the "Be the Change You Wish to See in the World." I have it on several t-shirts. So I thought that that was such a great kind of like, I feel like it's very easy to have motivation on a Monday morning and be like, I'm going to start this week really strong. And I feel like when you get towards the end of the week, you're like, oh my God, let the weekend come. I'm dying. And the fact that this is going to be on a Thursday and that Friday is looming and my mom's birthday is the next day, I'm going to be really apt to look forward to Friday. And I really just wanted to make sure I set myself up for success in saying, pull back, enjoy today for what today is, take note of things, really get in the weeds and get to documenting. I use the AM scenes. This is from, it's not called Chasing the Light. I looked at it earlier and now I've forgotten what the name of it is. But it's one of the pink Paislee or the Paislee press cards. And then this is just the back of a card. That's not a card that I plan to use there. But I thought I would take a selfie of me like first waking up, like still laying in bed. I want to do a mirror bathroom selfie, like swipe the mirror maybe, or take a picture at Foggy. I'm not really sure yet what that looks like, and document some bathroom brands that I've got going on at the time. Obviously coffee, and just seeing what that looks like, what time it is. And I want to take a picture of wherever I am, what the coffee setup is. If you weren't paying attention before, it really just depends on where I wake up. If I'm waking up in New Bern with Jeffrey, or if I'm waking up at my apartment. Right now, I'm really, really hoping to be able to go out there, because I expressed this earlier in the video that I really want to capture that season of traveling back and forth for us. Typically, at least with his new schedule, he'll be spending Wednesday nights here. So I don't know that this will actually come to fruition, but I'm kind of hoping to plan that. And even though I don't know. We'll see. I don't think I'm making any sense. So just bear with me there. But either way, no matter where I wake up, there's going to be a sunrise. For that, I'm sure. I did leave this card available for the drive train tracks that I was talking about earlier. And it says go here and there. And I just this is actually from a Studio Calico set that I had, and I knew that I wanted to document the drive, so I threw that there. And I think that if for whatever reason it doesn't come to pass that I have the drive happening like I'm envisioning, I do maybe want to document that elsewhere, like following that. I think that would be a really good thing to try to do. And I may even hang on to it for later in the fall. Just based on that, the drive will still be happening, and kind of, I think I might be closer to being able to daydream about some of those goals. So I'll just kind of keep that same layout and shift it and collect those cards back up and say, okay, these are reserved for November. That's just a thing too. This is also another Studio Calico card I have, and it says, it is happiness to wonder, it is happiness to dream. And I thought that was very perfect for the drive in, because there's so many beautiful farms and farmland, and very much like what I'm envisioning to have in terms of a home and a property, and what I want to do with it. And I really want to talk about that. And I've been wanting to document and talk about that more, and I haven't done it on my daily side. So I really thought this was a great time. And then the taking and the view, obviously it's beautiful. I wanted to put that in there. This is really cool. This is from In a Creative Bubble. I don't know what set. Again, I'm going to endeavor to list everything that was in the kit, list everything that I put in here. So be patient with my editing process. If you have a specific question, if you're like, hey, I want to know where that card came from, what set, so I can answer you in the comments if it's not already there. So don't hesitate to throw that in there. I left a spot for the Manatee mailbox, and to talk about that and the smell of General Mills for the morning. I'll probably keep the playing in there either way. And it's funny because I already have some cutouts, but I'm gonna have to resize this photo for sure. So there's gonna be a lot of work to be done after this. I'm just trying to set myself up the best I can, because doing 6 spreads for one day out of a week and still doing Project Life is gonna be a really fun endeavor, especially at the time frame that it is, as I loom towards series test the following week. So back at it. So I thought I'd put a place for my plants spread, because by that point they should be outside. They're outside today and they're freaking loving it. And I'm hoping to leave them out there for a couple of days so I can clean off the plant stand and get it ready for spring. I'm so excited. I am a succulent mom. I am not and a fur mom. That's what I got. I thought that'd be a good time to document what the weather is going to look like for the day. Wearing, So what am I wearing to work? What my morning is looking like, what my routine typically is. I want to take like a photo of the office, maybe opening up, like not necessarily my desk, but I know that we're supposed to see clients that day. So maybe just like what the conference room is looking like, and just kind of getting prepared for the day. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that is front and back of page 1. This is page 2. So now we're getting more into the work morning. So my to-do list for the day, that is from the Paislee Press Week in the Life that you can still buy. I am probably going to buy the digitals and use a digital card. I love the digitals from there. They're just so clean. It's that soft pink. It's the black and white. It's so clean. I want to buy the set 40 times over. So I need to just go ahead and get the digital. And then I want to take a picture of my breakfast. I want to use the breakfast card. This is kind of a filler card just to rest my eyeball maybe, and just maybe talk about breakfast, like what I'm eating, how I've been doing with that. I've been trying to be healthier and better about my choices, so we'll see what that brings. This is where I kind of want to do my desk and working. So I'm gonna scoot that over. So I thought this view would be nice because it'll be a view of my current desk, and maybe by November my desk view is gonna change. I don't really know. And then going from there, wishing. So I wanted to scooch this in, and the color scheme worked well. These are both Studio Calico cards. I don't know from what set. I just know that they're from my stash, but I like the take note. And I know I talked earlier about my little date stamp, or my time stamp. And I thought wishing, because side note too, this documenting day is more about looking through the lens of ing words. So we're going, oh, it's 11:11, like right now while I'm filming. Okay, I had to make wish. Sorry. So I want to document wishing, but the lens that we're looking at everything through for this particular day in the life is ing words. And then later in the fall, when she does it again, when Allie Edwards is the she that I'm referring to, when she kicks it off again, it's looking through the lens of gratitude, which is normally in the fall, which is obviously like that time frame. I do have a gratitude little section at the very, very end, but yeah, I thought wishing was a really nice ing word to add to the mix. And then working is when noon, lunch. I have been better about eating healthier lunch. If for whatever reason this lunch is not healthy, then I'll adjust as necessary. But for right now, again, the whole point of this is to plan with the best of intentions. So how do I want to document this day? What have I been thinking about For me, it's not just about like slowing down and like showing the details of everyday life, but it's also about showing what my life looks like right now and the things that I've been rolling around in my head on these hour-long drives about documenting, and things I've wanted to but haven't been able to. Really, I feel like this is a way for me to like all eggs, one basket, get it all out. How's it going? So by noon, I can start kind of putting a barometer to how the day is going. Is it chaotic? Is it smooth? Am I being productive? It's usually when I kind of check in with Jeffrey as well and just say, hey, how's your day going? I try to do that every single day just to like let him know that I'm there and I'm supportive. And then start listing out the rest of the afternoon. By the way, I did not notice this until I was doing the prep, that where's my 4 p.m.? Why did we skip to 3 to 5? I don't understand. The entire point of me purchasing these hour by hour cards was to be able to see that, all the hours. So I don't know. It's okay though, because close of business is at 4 o'clock. And so I'm typically from 4 to 5, I'm wrapping up the office, closing the office, and driving. So not really necessary. And I can probably scoot that in there somewhere. I thought struggling and a pep talk might be good somewhere in here. So just a little pep talk to say, keep going, whether it's, okay, the day is over, but you still have like home life to do. You still have things to do. Again, not, if we're following the new schedule, sorry, cat hair is like an embellishment of its own. If you have a cat, then you know it's like included in all projects unintentionally. This is a lot of white, and a lot of it is just like the back of some cards, so it'll flesh out and be fine. But typically on a Thursday, I am possibly heading out to his house, not on Wednesday. And then he's not normally here Thursday night. So we'll see how this, again, it's all up to change. It can change at the drop of a hat if we feel like it's smarter to, you know, do something else in that moment, in that day. It happens. It could change that I'm actually remote that day. Lots of things can change. And this is just what to the best of my abilities do I think the day is going to look like or could possibly include. That's really what the prep work was. So this I may end up being able to take out like a whole layout if certain things come in. I may end up adding a whole nother page. I don't know. I won't know until I get started. Just trying to set myself up with definitely what I want to see. I feel like I'm being very redundant, but I feel like that's very important because this could look really crazy to people, that this is a lot of stories to tell. So good things come to those who sweat. Watching the sunset, nom nom, evening, all are from different Paislee press collections. The workout playlist, the workout are both from the Love Your Body, which is the Sahlin Studio, and then Golden Hour is from the evening kit with Ali Edwards. I really wanted a Golden Hour photo really, really badly. So I'm hoping to get it. Again, that's what's funny too, is it is entirely dependent upon the weather. So, and that's a story in of itself of, hey, you know, the photo I couldn't take, not the photo I didn't take, the photo I couldn't take because, and I will tell you, some of my favorite photos to take are when I feel like, I don't know what, I'm sure there's a technical term, but when like everything turns sepia color, like that pretty like golden color, and it's because it's like overcast and weird. It's not necessarily a golden hour thing. It can happen at any time of the day, and I love that. So if it happens, that's a story in of itself. But I wanted to document my workout. So what workout did I do? Do I have a playlist going? So if I end up watching a video in the apartment, I'm not really going to have a playlist. It's going to be whatever is going on in the background. If I'm doing like my Mad Fit videos, if I'm running, I'll definitely have a playlist. And I wanted to take a gym selfie or a home workout. So where am I working out? Golden hour selfie, talked about that. Obviously sunset photos will go here, talking about that, probably being at the apartment is the plan. Again, all this could change. I could end up, and that's what's also really interesting about the drive photos. So there is a hot chance that either I will end up driving to Jeff's that evening, or I will be coming from there in the morning. So in theory, I could flip a bunch of this to take all of those like drive, like what am I listening to, all of that stuff, I can shift it. I definitely wanted to record kitchen, dinner, cooking, whatever that looks like. So if it's takeout, I'll take a picture of like the takeout bags and stuff like that in my kitchen so that I can also see what my living situation is looking like at the time. Just kind of like that. And then I thought the evening card kind of rolled really nice into post-dinner life. So I did want to include some, I don't think I did this except for in this pocket. This is the only pocket that I like loaded it down with cards because I really didn't know. So these are Maker's Gonna Make, Let's Make Something. And then these are from Paper Person, and this is from Paislee Press. I always want to say Pink Paislee, and that's a totally different brand, but just dependent on the colors and what I'm working on, I thought this would be a good 2 cards to pick from. They're just describing what am I working on and give me space to put a picture. This is also a good card to have for either this page or the page before, because it talks about kitchen, backyard, which I don't have, porch or patio, I do have, studio or den, dining room, bedroom, I don't really have a dining room, bedroom, garage, don't have a garage, reading, watching TV, baking, cooking, crafting, working out, gardening, snacking. I don't think I'll be baking my mom's cake until the next morning. And that'll become an all-day project so that it's fresh. But I thought that was more evening related to me. I probably won't be reading. It'll probably be watching TV, cooking, crafting, working out. It could be patio gardening if I end up being remote or something crazy that day. So it was just a good card to include. Obviously photos for those things will go in here. Then we start talking about the kind of 6 to bedtime hours. So that's, this is really also probably what I need to do. This is going to be more watching right there. And this is going to be more tea in my planner, if I'm being honest. But they're very interchangeable. I'm not trying to get too in the weeds. I do want to document like that kind of end of the day, wrapping everything up thing. I have the at home. I'm hoping that there's also, from what I can tell, there's not a really bad glare on anything. This is the at home card, and it's talking about what my mood is that I'm home. So am I busy, content, restless, lonely, sad, a little anxious, a lot anxious? I'll probably be a lot anxious because I'll be like less than a week away from taking the test. I thought that would be a good place for gratitude, kind of like wrapping up the day. Again, like thinking of all the things, especially considering I'll have done this project all day and like really been about it, and I can probably pull those a lot faster. Things that I haven't noticed. The cat's meowing at me. Evening routine. So what is it looking like no matter where I am? What is that routine looking like? Talking about it. I did want to include a photo of kitten at some point in the day. That's just kind of a given. I take it probably at least one photo of her a day. Probably at least minimum. So this is the end of our journey for that day. No, ma'am, do not. She's like needing massive amounts of attention and whining. So I'm sorry about that. It's just like that we've got going on right now. I put both of these cards here, not knowing kind of how the day is going to flow. So the so done with this day is more from the perspective of I'm so fucking done with the day. Or know when to rest. So I had a really good day. It was really productive. Like I feel good about it. I most likely will feel good about it. Especially because I'll be documenting through the day and it'll keep me present. It'll keep me moving. But hopefully we don't use that card. And I do have the UGG card as well and the bad day do-over. So I do have some, but I thought that would be a good one to throw in here. Know when to rest is from Paislee Press. So done with this day, bedtime, and all of these cards are going to be from the Evening Allie Edwards set. This is from that Citrus Twist day and night set. This is from the Love Your Body. This is from In a Creative Bubble. Just to call everything out, I thought kind of a post shower photo in jammies. So just kind of maybe like me sitting on the couch with the blankets and stuff like that, or something like that can go there. Reviewing the day. So this is kind of in the vein of not gratitude, but just like, okay, the morning was really crazy. We were off to a crazy start, but it was productive. Afternoon, client meetings, busy, whatever. Evening, slower, crafting, like whatever kind of happened, just hit the high notes. Maybe I'll do like a high and low of each, because I do have stamp sets for that. Because I did make a note for hard part and good part, so that might be a good place, like hard part of the morning, good part of the morning, and so on and so forth. I did want to take a bedroom photo of wherever I'm sleeping that night, whether it's here or there, so that I can, again, document what's my bedroom look like right now. Like, what's that season look like? Today, I thought this was a really great way to wrap up, like, my physical activity for the day. I did put a tarot moon phase note down here because it says the moon is a reminder that no matter what phase I am in, I am still whole. So I might try to get a photo of the moon. I haven't looked at the calendar to see what kind of moon it is or what's happening. I know that full moon is, I want to say the 17th. So it'll be a phase. It won't be a whole or a new. There should be a little bit of it, but it'll be a good time to maybe talk about the moon phase and where I'm at with my little tarot journey, because I ebb and flow with that as well. So bedtime, just what's bedtime looking like? That'll probably get documented the next morning if I'm being honest. Just like, did we fall asleep on the couch? Like, did we go to bed early? Like that kind of thing. And just these pretty stars. So that is everything. That's all of the setup work that I'm going to do on a physical level. Everything else I'm going to start setting up digitally. Like I said, I'm not going to add my embellishments quite yet. I think that my overall goal with this was to really document how I'm walking into my first day of the life. I haven't done one before. I don't really know what to expect. Other than like a couple videos that I've seen of Allie's, like she's doing like a 4x6 size book. I don't do multiple books. No shade. Everybody document the way that works best for you. I'm a huge advocate for that, just like I am in planning. Use the planner that works for you, function over fashion. That's just how I like it. I like everything in one place, be it my planner or be it my documenting. I want everything in one place. So, yeah, I really wanted this to go in my 12x12 binder, just like everything else does. That's going to make that week of documenting very interesting, because I will also have my mom's birthday photos probably coming in hot the day after. So there's going to be a lot to that week, and probably trying to go somewhere the next week for my birthday, because I'm 10 days later. So that's enough yammering about all of that, but I hope that this helps. I hope that you thought of some things. If there's anything additional, or you've done day in the life before and you want to chime in, share tips and tricks, definitely do so. Love to hear it. I'm sure the other subscribers would as well, or the other people hopping on to watch this video. If you are new, thank you so much for your subscription. If you found me by accident, just Googling videos for this, welcome. Thank you for your support. I would love if you considered subscribing. Not a plug, just thanks. And then if you're a return person, thank you guys so much for the support that you have been giving. We are slowly inching our way to monetization. Not that that really matters. And if you're ever curious to do the math on what you need to actually let that be your full-time job, please go do that, because it's absolutely hysterical how non-lucrative that is. So I'm gonna wrap this up before Banks jumps up here and disturbs us all. But I hope everyone has a great day and is looking forward to documenting this project. And until the next video, happy crafting.